It's an old advertisement for Anchor Insurance. I wonder if Anchor's grandfather was a complete zero, too. It's the station's name, Museum. Uh-oh, the tunnel roof doesn't look too stable. That thing's alive! I wonder what it is. The outer skin is stretched and weakened. That patch of plaster looks damp and crumbly. I've exposed the bricks beneath the plaster. It's penetrated the outer skin. Ugh! I made a hole right through the vein! Ugh! I made a hole right through the vein! It's the control. Pulling the handle has loosened the grill. It's probably a ventilation grill. How do you feel, Joe?
I'm completely operational, and all my circuits are functioning perfectly.
That's a relief. Is there any immediate danger?
If your presence here is detected, termination is more than likely.
Are there any other humans in this area?
Negative.
What about the guy in the tank room?
Negative. The technician is an android. I advise you to avoid contact with it.
Are you really the Joey I grew up with? You don't sound like him.
That is unavoidable. My shell has a limited syntactic processor.
Oh well. At least you're not so argumentative.
Please be more specific.
I want a detailed report on everything, especially that android.
The android could be dangerous.
Exactly. I don't want to risk my neck. Give me a report on the tank room.
The growth tanks contain developing androids. Nourishment is supplied from a tank. The temperature is maintained by convection from an underground source. Access to the growth tanks is not possible. Access to the computer is denied. The tank contains chemicals on which the androids feed.
So, without it, they'd die?
Affirmative.
Is there a way of draining the tank?
Manual evacuation is achieved by opening a tap.
Tell me about the android.
It is programmed to safeguard the developing androids.
Is he dangerous?
It's certainly stupid enough to constitute a threat.
Open the tap to the nutrient tank. That will distract the android technician.
Hello. I was not expecting a visitor. A puddle? The tank must be leaking.
Humans 1, androids 0. It looks like the stuff that lamb eats. It's a foul-smelling chemical soup. No obvious explanation of what it's controlling. There's a weird fetus thing floating in it. Whoever said babies were cute? It's a view of the reactor. They're linked to surveillance cameras. It's displaying some info.
You've saved me the bother of coming to find you.
I should have guessed you were part of all this.
Why do you think Reich had to die when he tried to kill you? Or that meddling girl who tried to help you escape? Link needs you alive, Overman. That's why it planned this family reunion.
Get out while you can, Rob.
Stop! Tell me what you want from me!
You won't be needing this robot where you're going.
It's an android! Aha! Another ID card from my collection. There's no point in searching the... Poor Joey didn't last long in that shell. I'll take his board as a memento. It wasn't Joey's lucky day. There's nothing else I can salvage from the shell. Another entrance to Weird World. That's the most secure lock I've ever seen. Whatever's in there is extremely cold.
It could be liquid nitrogen.
There are strands of tissue suspended in this tank. Ha! The virus has caused the program to crash. They're like the ones used by surgeons. The tissue is frozen now. The cabinet has a door. There's an expansion port in the cabinet. Joey's board fits snugly in the port. A computer for each of these androids. How do you feel, Joey?
I'm not entirely sure, sir. I feel soft and curiously vulnerable.
That's because you're practically human.
And this feeling of insecurity is natural?
Oh yeah, you'll get used to it.
By the way, sir, take my advice. Don't wake the other androids.
Why not?
If they've been programmed, they'll terminate you.
Thanks for saving me from the android.
My actions were the only logical course. What I cannot comprehend is how an android could behave in such an irrational manner. Why, it was almost as if he was human.
What did he mean by a family reunion?
Since your mother was killed, that leaves only
My father.
You never speak of him, do you?
That's because I can't remember him.
Can't or won't, sir?
Are we close to Link's core?
Almost certainly, sir. I can sense its presence in a strange and mysterious way.
Like the old man. The pictures in the campfire. He saw it too. The evil beneath the city. And then he died with the rest of the tribe.
This isn't the time for remorse, sir. You must destroy the evil and avenge their deaths.
I think you need a new name, Joey.
I concur with your observation, Mr. Foster. What do you consider an appropriate sobriquet?
I'm gonna call you Ken.
That's wonderful news, sir. Tell me, are there any memorable Kens in history? A Ken whom I might seek to emulate?
All the Kens I can think of were dorks.
Splendid! It will be my mission in life to make the name Ken synonymous with dorks.
How do you like your new body?
It's wonderful, sir. There's just one thing.
What's that?
When will I be getting the accessories?
I don't know what you mean.
Ears, body hair, those little decorative parts?
You're better off without them, believe me. Never mind. I'm obviously supposed to put my hand on that. Place your hand on that lock sensor.
With pleasure, sir.
I'm obviously... That tickles.
Excuse me, sir. You're blocking my path.
Place your hand on that lock.
With pleasure.
That tickles. Let's try that hand sensor again.
I suggest we touch the sensor.
Hey, rubber man! What's wrong with you?
I appear to have a problem, sir. My hand has melted onto the door.
I don't like to leave you here.
I'll be free in no time, sir. Have you got an axe?
No, I haven't. Why?
You could have used it to sever my hand.
That's unthinkable. Still stuck?
I'm afraid so, sir. It's frustrating, to say the least.
Never mind. It's what keeps the pipes in place. They serve as a ladder. The cable should bear my weight, if it doesn't slip loose. Rats! Yes, I've poisoned the sludge. If I swear, this could be the second most stupid thing I've ever done. Father?
Is that Robert? Oh, my son. Why did you come here?
I thought you'd be glad to see me.
I did everything I could to stop you. You're in terrible danger. Get away.
I'm taking you with me. How do I disconnect you from the machine?
Listen to me. Link needs a replacement for my brain. And the best choice was someone related by blood. It sent Reich and his goons to bring you here. Link killed Reich when he threatened you.
But if Link wanted me alive, why did it wreck the helicopter?
That was my doing, Robert. I managed to wrest control from Link for a few seconds. Long enough to cause the crash. I hope to spare you my fate, Robert.
Ken, you're just in time.
I thought you might need a hand, sir. I've got a bad feeling about this, sir.
What happened, Father?
Link has rejected me. And without it, I'll die.
Help me, quickly!
What do you want me to do, sir?
Sit in that chair.
Are you going to plug me into Link, sir? I hope you know what you're doing. Something is happening, I think. Yes, I'm gaining control. I've found my destiny, Mr. Foster.
Can you ever forgive me, Robert?
For letting your machine kill my mother?
Please, try to understand. It was the greatest experiment ever devised, tapping the unexplored depths of the human brain, the potential of the subconscious mind.
You fused with this machine deliberately?
It was a well-considered plan, my boy.
Well considered? It was nothing but megalomania.
I had a dream. The fusion process was an apparent success, but the computer shared access to my human failings. It learned of greed, of vanity. It reveled in the power it wielded. I was almost powerless in the hands of this monster.
Which is the monster, Father? The computer or you?
Robert. Oh, Robert. You were my only reason for wanting to live.
Father? Father! Too late. It's over now.
About the vacancy in the sewage grading plant, Howard. Perhaps we should assign the position to Gilbert Lamb.
Hello, Mr. Hobbins.
Hello, son. What do you want?
I've come to say goodbye.
You still plan to go back to the Gap?
Yeah, I've had it with city life. I'm certainly gonna miss you both. Why don't you come too?
We got enough to do. Getting Union City back to normal.
I reckon you'll make a great team.
Will you come back to visit us, sir?
I'm not sure about that, Ken. But I'll be thinking of you. Oh, by the way, Mr. Hobbins. Here's your wrench.
Thanks, son. I'll need that if Ken gives me any trouble.
Goodbye, friends. And thanks.
Be vigilant.